I just got done writing my book, and there's one section in there that highlights the Bhavisha Purana, and that basically means future history. And after I was done, I realized there's more evidence. I believe Atlantis is an allegory explaining the Bhavisha Purana. And what I mean by this is this. It's so simple. I realized Plato is the one that gave us the story of Atlantis. And Plato was born 428 BCE, and I think he died 348 BCE. And I went and looked up the Bible. And the Bible was created over 1,000 years, starting around 12 BCE to about 3rd century BCE. So over 300 years before the creation of the Bible and the story of Noah, we have a story of Atlantis. And I'm telling you, Atlantis is an allegory of the story of the flood. It's Plato's interpretation of the Bhavisha Purana and all the knowledge, and trying to explain to people the importance of karma, which is our choices of how we're acting that we must learn from it. Now, why do I think this? Is because Plato gave us a different, very popular allegory. If you've never heard of it, this is called the allegory of the cave. And he shows what belief is and what is the danger of belief and how we can turn on each other because one person doesn't believe the same thing that other people believe. And what is belief? When you look at it, truth is belief means you don't know. So if we're a society of doing things because we believe and we don't quite fully know, there's natural consequences. And this is the downfall of Atlantis. This is the story of the flood. This is when things get chaotic, yeah? So how to explain this to people, which is a bigger story of cause and effect, which is karma. And we interpret this as sin. But the problem with sin, if we're not learning from it, the truth is that's karma. You will keep going around in the cycle of that same action, which we call addiction and mental health, for eternity, unless you start realizing and you start learning from your mistakes. If you start learning from your mistakes, this turns into dharma. So trying to show people the problem and the solution, he comes up with the allegory of Atlantis, and he also came up with the allegory of the cave. You look at the time period, I think you'll start realizing instead of figuring out his story of Atlantis, why not backtrack who Plato learned from, which was Socrates, and where Socrates learned from, which was Egypt, and where did Egypt learn from, which was the Vedas. He's telling you the stories of the Vedas. What a trip. I hope you discover who's behind the eye. You need to learn how to do that. So Butorfly's all set up on the how. Jump into Butorfly 369. And remember, if you need any help, look for the key, which is a start at the end. Aloha.